Tragic incident in South Korea where a Jeju Air flight crashed into a barrier at Muan International Airport claimed 181 people's lives on board. The government, already reeling from political turmoil, is now grappling with enormity of this devastating loss. Authorities are working to determine the cause of the crash as the country mourns this heartbreaking tragedy.
South Korea's acting president Choi Sang-mok held an emergency meeting in Seoul on Sunday to discuss the country's deadliest air disaster just 2 days into his new job.
불의의 사고로 희생되신 분들의 명복을 빌며
As the acting head of the government responsible for the safety and lives of our residents, I feel an indescribable sorrow and profound regret, he said.
이루 말할 수 없는 비통함과 송구한 마음입니다.
Choi visited Muan International Airport before the meeting, where most of the 181 people on board a Jeju Air flight died, South Korea's transport ministry said. Video shows the plane belly landing and skidding down the runway before crashing into navigation equipment and a wall in an explosion of flames and debris. Some South Koreans worry the crash, which the transport ministry calls the deadliest air accident on South Korean soil, could be mishandled amidst the country's ongoing political turmoil. Choi, South Korea's finance minister, became acting leader Friday night after Prime Minister Han Duck-soo was impeached. South Korea's parliament impeached Han less than 2 weeks after suspending President Yoon Suk-yeol over his short-lived attempt to impose martial law. The bewildering turnover left the government scrambling when Sunday's crash occurred. With the presidency vacant and with things like this happening, I am quite concerned that the handling may not go smoothly, says this resident. I'm feeling more anxious, he adds. This resident says he's uncertain whether the government can effectively perform its duties. Behind the scenes, government offices were still figuring out the chain of command and how press statements would be released, a ministry spokesperson and 4 officials told Reuters. A senior finance ministry official said it's still undecided who, if anyone, from Yoon's and Han's offices would report to Choi. Choi is leading the centralized disaster control team instead of the prime minister, who would typically be in charge, an official said. Choi on Sunday declared Muan County a special disaster zone and said the government will provide all necessary support needed.